Hello, everybody. Welcome or welcome back to the Talk Podcast. Now, you might be wondering, who is this young lady, right? Or maybe you're not wondering because you've already seen and heard about what happened to her, sharing her story. The video is titled, I Married a Monster. And I would say it's now 2 days ago when it popped off when it showed on my timeline, the recommendations. And I clicked on it for like a few seconds or maybe the first 1-2 minutes. And I wasn't really sure, right? I wasn't really sure what I'm listening to. I wasn't really sure if this is what I want to hear. I was completely lost and wondering, why is this woman even on my timeline? But then a day after, or maybe just even a few hours after, I saw people reacting to it. So the truth was, I did not take my time to actually look into what she was talking about. To be honest, I saw the clip, I saw the title, and I just wasn't too interested, or maybe kind of like dismissive towards it and made my own opinion, which is very unfair. I need to say that without taking a look. So what I want to do today is I want to talk about this. And so many people have been talking about it. So there's enough content on YouTube if you're interested. But before I dive into this, I need to tell everyone that this is a very difficult situation to handle. So I'm going to put out a disclaimer because it has to do with harming not only her in that case, but harming minors, children, people that we should be protecting and guiding. And if you find yourself being very, sensitive to this topic, or you just don't want to have anything to do with it for whatever reason, I understand that, and this is not for you. Before moving into this, I also want to say that I'm very, very sorry for what happened to her and the children, mostly what happened to the children. And I also need to say that so far, we do not know if it's true. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to sit here, pretending that she would put out this kind of claim with no backup, but that's just the reality. So far, we just don't know if it's a claim. And to be very, very honest, that could have been like a slight judgment towards the clip initially when I saw it popping up and it said, I married a monster. I just thought to myself, this is a title for clickbait, but perhaps it's not. We don't know. To say and summarize this when it comes to the children, if this is proven to be true, I wish them justice. And I want the person who did that, being the father or not, to be held accountable. And this goes out to anyone who has experienced sexual abuse or any kind of other abuse. It's not your fault, right? It is not your fault. It's very unfortunate. It's very painful. And I wish everyone out there the strength to move on and to find a way to love themselves again, right? So let's see what this is about.
A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester. And I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born. And I said that I would be back soon. And that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that. But unfortunately, it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband.
I'm very sorry for interrupting, but I want to say this. I want you guys to pay attention to the things that she's saying, the timeline that she's given, and most importantly, to her mannerism. Okay, I'm just going to put that out there, and I want everyone to pay close attention.
I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband, or saw him, as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met. And I really thought that that man was my Prince Charming. So when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like, but I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
So now whatever it is that she learned with time about her husband that she, did not like, she's not sharing with us right now. But if you notice, she already said the whole brand, her YouTube channel, was built around this idea of her idolizing her relationship, putting her husband on a pedestal, which is not necessarily a bad thing, right? But she noticed a few things that were not right, and she did not address them. She did not talk about it. She kept on going with the relationship. Now, we do not know what those things are, right? But there is a bomb that's going to be dropped in a few seconds. And when you hear or read this, you're going to start thinking to yourself, what is wrong with you? Because there's one very significant detail that maybe some already know, some may not know. This woman shares certain ideas on her YouTube channel on how to become a trophy wife. Now, that's also not necessarily anything wrong, right? How to attract high value men, how to chase after them, how to pursue them for what they have, how to upgrade from the baby mama level to the trophy wife level, how to get in a relationship real quick, all these kinds of things, right, that are put forward from her. Yet you would find out this mind-blowing information that happened within her marriage, yet she did not choose to do anything about it. She did not speak about it. She did not share this with her audience, that she's actually teaching something completely different, right? All these don't settle stuff, don't let a man do this and that to you, but you allegedly let your husband do the worst to you, right? So now, did you guys read what was on the video clip? It says she was sexually assaulted by her husband, and I guess you're not allowed to say the word anymore, so she was graped. That's how they say it nowadays, unfortunately. And I'm not here to make fun of anyone who has been in that kind of bad situation, right? There's nothing funny about this. But at the same time, I want to talk about what I kind of noticed and what I found a bit odd. And I could be completely wrong, right? Because I do understand that people deal with traumas and show emotions in different ways. But I cannot lie that I find it very odd that, let's say, a month ago, something very terrifying happened to your children. And now we're sitting here and making YouTube content out of it. I get that you want to share what happened. I get that you need support, but I cannot lie about that. I find that very odd that you're trying to make the traumatic experience of yourself and your children, your two daughters, who are the age of 2 and 4, if I remember correctly. You want to make that a video clip on YouTube. That's going viral, and it's definitely going to go even more over the top. We haven't touched on that topic yet so far, but as I said, the name of the clip is called I Married a Monster. It's about 15 minutes long, and you guys can definitely go take a look. She's going to talk about it at some point. So the other thing I find very odd is just the mannerism. I get that people deal with emotions differently or show emotions differently. But to me, there was a particular moment, or actually all through, where I just had the feeling that is a bit more of a pretend cry and not really genuine. I'm very sorry to say that, but that's just what I thought when I saw the clip. Another thing that I find very, very odd is that we are introducing this kind of difficult topics, yet there is not one bit of information that has anything to do with, the police being involved, the justice system being involved. Did you get any way, shape of help, right? We do not get that. The only thing, if you guys really take a look and listen to this clip, the whole 15 minutes, you will learn that this young woman set up a GoFundMe for assistance. She needs money now. And as I said, this is a difficult topic, and I'm going to be talking about this on different angles. I will be adding more clips to it because why? There are so many new informations coming out. It's been alleged that the husband is not the one who is actually to be blamed, but her oldest son is the one who's doing the harmful, to the kids, to the baby girls, and so many things. And also what I want to talk about is I want to dive into her YouTube channel. I'm going to look for maybe 1 or 2 clips and talk about that as well. Another thing that I've been seeing is, you will hear that even in this clip, how, she learned certain things on how to maneuver, or maybe not in this clip, but in one of her other YouTube clips. So altogether, I want to say that I'm very, very sorry for the 2 little girls who had nothing to do with this, who have no way, shape, or form on defending themselves because they are so young and have been traumatized in their own home. That is very painful, and I'm truly sorry for that. And as I said, I don't care who did it, but whoever did it should face justice and needs to be held accountable. What happened to her is also very, very bad, if that should be true, right? I don't think just because you're married does not mean that your partner has the right to just, lay their hands on you or take advantage of your body if you don't want that. That is definitely wrong. But nonetheless, I've said what I said as a quick introduction into this new episode, things that I find very odd, and the next should be following this weekend. So stay tuned. I would love to say I hope you guys have fun, but unfortunately, there's nothing funny about this story. See you in the next one. Bye.